Hello and welcome everybody to Monday Night Football here on CPFT. I'm your host Matthew Pulowski, joined by my brother Nathan. Nathan, I'm excited for this game. How about you?
Well, I'm very excited. This has been a game for a Chicago fan to be watching. This is an amazing game, and I'm very hopeful for the Bears.
Yeah, it should be a good matchup. The Steelers have had their struggles this year, but they are on a 3-game winning streak. And on the other end, the Bears are on a 3-game losing streak. The Bears have just taken the kickoff, and we are excited to present this game to you. So here we go. Chicago starting with it. Fields with his first primetime start of the season. Here we go, 1st and 10. They hand it off to David Montgomery, who's back off of the injury, and he gains about a yard. So, a run to start, 2-yard run to start out the game tonight for David Montgomery. So for the passing game, we've got Justin Fields. He's had some struggles this year. 3 touchdown passes, 7 interceptions. Ben Roethlisberger, on the other hand, has been a lot better. 8 touchdown passes, 4 interceptions. So it'll be a night to see whether the run game, which is the Bears' primary attack method, will do better, or whether it will be the Steelers who are better at passing it. They don't have much of a run game, even though they have Najee Harris, who is a great player. They do not run it as much as the Bears. The Bears ran it on 2nd down. It was a gain of about 3 or 4 yards, and it looks like Jason Peters is down with an injury, and he is coming off the field. And that is, for me personally as an Eagles fan, that is something I've seen way too much of, and that is unfortunate. He is a great player at the position when he's healthy, but when he's injured, it's just a real shame to see him coming off the field. Steelers wearing their black uniforms, all black uniforms, with their yellow numbers and stripes, no white accents in their uniforms. So I guess it's considered color rush. The Bears wearing their regular away uniforms. This is the first 3rd down of the game already on the with the 3rd play coming up. Justin Fields on 3rd and 5, lining up in the gun. Running back to his right, 3 receivers left. In motion is Allen Robinson, 1 receiver to the right. He takes the snap. He's back, standing on the 20, throwing left side, complete. The receiver had to come back. It was Robinson, and he gained about 3 yards on the catch, and it is going to be 4th down, and the offense is coming off the field. 4th and 2.
You know, the first 2 plays, that was just great, strong runs. But they really have to find their way in the passing game, which has been a struggle this year. And if they can't convert on 3rd downs, that's really what's going to take away from their game playing time.
Yeah, they definitely are good at running the ball, but they've got to be able to pass too. As we've seen with the Eagles, it's incredible how they both have struggled with some of the same things. Here is the punt. It is taken by the return man, and he goes out of bounds. And a nice gain for them after the punt.
I think that was at the 35, but the Steelers, I'm wondering how good their offense will be, because coming off of their last game, they didn't have very many scoring opportunities. So let's see what Ben Roethlisberger can screw up right now.
You mean dial up?
Well,
dial up. He's 15-5. Ben Roethlisberger is 15-5 on Monday Night Football. That's a good record to have. Here we go. His first snap of the night coming from the 41-yard line. Good field position to start out tonight for the Steelers. They have a nice passing game with people such as Deontay Johnson, Chase Claypool, Juju Smith-Schuster, and other players. Here's a completion to Chase Claypool up the right for about 7 yards. Flag on the play. We'll see what this is about. Tony Correnti with the call. It is a defensive penalty. It was hands to the face, and that is an automatic 1st down.
I don't even think the offensive receiver caught the ball. I don't think he even caught it.
Yeah, it looked like a close catch there, but either way, it's a 1st down because of the penalty. Bears have struggled on defense, both in stopping the run, and they've also struggled with their secondary. But we'll see how they do against Ben Roethlisberger. It's hard to tell which one he'd be more inclined to play against, whether the run defense or the secondary. Here's a run with Harris, and he gets nothing. He got to the line, and they take him down immediately. Great play for the Bears defense.
The defense has played strong in this game so far, and that's what they've been good at, strong against the run. Sometimes they're bad some games, but this game, I hope that they have a great run defense, because that's what they are known for.
Roethlisberger in the gun, and he throws left side after taking the snap. Deontay Johnson with the catch, and he gets about 2 yards. Not much there. Good coverage as they came. It was a high throw. He had to go up and get it, and it slowed him down. He wasn't able to catch it in stride or anything like that. And they were able to get him, Jalen Johnson, and number 20 on the tackle there.
Yeah, that play, I like the play call, not being very aggressive, but you kind of have to get a good amount of yards, because they only got 3, but they need more yards to get the first down, as it brings up 3rd and 7.
3rd and 7 here. Good play by the Bears defense on the first 2 plays. Throwing down the right side, and what a catch by Chase Claypool. That's an incredible grab there, and that is a prime example of Ben Roethlisberger taking advantage of this secondary here. Chase Claypool was able to get open, and Roethlisberger just fit it through perfectly.
Yeah, that play just not able to beat the receiver. The Bears secondary just not good enough to beat Chase Claypool.
And it's not like it was so much on them as it was just a great play by the Steelers. You're not going to make big plays like that all the time. Here is first down from the 25. They hand it off to Harris, and he gets about 3.5 yards on the carry.
And the running back, his feet just kept moving during that play, and the Bears held up for a while, and that was only a gain of 3, but still a good strong run to set up 2nd down and 7.
We are 4.5 minutes into this Monday Night Football game here, and the Steelers are already moving it downfield, almost into the red zone. Roethlisberger under center. Here they hand it off to Washington, and Washington gets to the 10 and steps out of bounds, and that'll be close to 1st down and goal. Big play there on the jet sweep, I think that would be. They handed it off to the receiver, Washington, who was in motion, and he gets 12 yards on the play.
The fans are really getting happy here, and that was a great play call. They got a 3-yard run on 1st down, do it again, and that was just an amazing run to set up 1st and goal.
And the Bears are definitely a team you can run well against. Here we go, 1st and goal. They hand it off to Najee Harris. He goes the left side, touchdown Najee Harris. A good run and a good way to start out the game for the Steelers. They're on the board already. 9:42 to go in the first quarter, and they have utilized this run game and also mixed in some nice passes to get on the board.
And you can see, if you saw the replay, Ben Roethlisberger, he's waiting and just double coverage, running straight through the line, and that time there was nowhere to go but through the open hole.
Here is Boswell for the kick. The score 6-0. And the extra point is up, and it is good. And that makes it 7-0. The Steelers with the early lead here. They get on the board. We'll be right back after commercial here on CPFT. All right, folks, we're back. Steelers with the early lead, 7-0 on their first drive, and they just continued to move the ball against that Bears defense, mixing in some nice passes along with using the run game, that nice touchdown run by Najee Harris in the red zone. Here we go, the Bears bring it out to the 10, and they don't get much after that. On the kick return, Grant Sr., the return man, got up maybe to the 12.
Grant Sr., he's been amazing this season. He's been having great returns, plenty of time on the field. He's just been an outstanding player for this Bears offense.
Alrighty, here we go. That was an 11-yard or a 16-yard return. An 11-yard return from out of the end zone. Here's Fields in the gun. It looks like there might be a flag coming. He completed it, and yep, there's the flag. It is a false start on the left tackle. Fields completed it to Allen Robinson, but Jason Peters, who is back in the game, flinched on the left end of the offensive line, and that's going to back them up to their own 6-yard line.
As the defense, you really can't do that as the offense. You can't do that to yourself, and that's really what makes the Bears who they are and what their record is.
Yeah, killer penalties. You cannot have that. And now they're backed up to the 6-yard line. 1st and 15. Here's Fields, hands it off to Montgomery. No, keeps. He's down to the 10. He runs out of bounds at the 14-yard line. Good play by Fields, and he faked me out, and he faked out some of the defense too. Picked up some nice yards, even though it was it's 2nd and 7. That was an 8-yard gain because of the penalty, and that's a great play by Fields.
Well, me as a Bears fan, that's what you want to see from Fields. We haven't seen much of him running, and he hasn't been able to do that well this season, but that is what they need to do more.
Definitely. They definitely need to keep the run game going, but they also need to be able to pass too. Here we go. There is some commotion here on the field. Let's see what this is about. Timeout called by Chicago, I think. Yep, there's a timeout called by Chicago, and we will be right back after this. Alright, we're back, and the Bears have it 2nd down and 7 here at the 14-yard line after their first time out of the half. Here's Fields under center, and they've got some motion here, and it's 2nd and 7. Here's Fields backing up, throwing left side. It is complete to Robinson for the first down, but this is coming back. Flags thrown on the field, and it looked like they had multiple men in motion before the snap. We'll see what this is about. There's false start on the offense, and that'll back them up back to their 9-yard line, making it 2nd down and 12. And the Bears, with their second penalty already, or second penalty on offense, third penalty of the night already, and we are only 6 minutes into the game. So it's really something the Bears need to work on.
Yeah, the penalties is what teams have to overcome. There got to be discipline, and that's what the Bears really have to put into practice.
Here is Fields backing up, standing on the goal line, throwing deep right side. He's got a man. It is incomplete, overthrown and out of bounds. It looked like he had, it was Marquise Goodwin, and that'll bring up 3rd and 12.
Fields just looking deep, and he hasn't been great on the deep balls for the last few games, but and there he just threw it out of bounds, way overthrown.
3rd and 12 coming up. That was Joe Hayden on the coverage, and we'll see what they pull up here on 3rd and 12. It's getting loud here. The fans are making some noise here on 3rd down. Here we go, 3rd and 12, Fields standing on the goal line, in pressure, throwing up the middle, and it is caught by Montgomery, but only for about 5, and that's going to be 4th down, and they're going to have to punt again.
Yeah, that play, too much pressure. You just got to, at least they made it into a positive play, and just made it 4th and 6.
Yeah, you gotta be able to come up with something more than that, though. You really need to keep from committing those penalties that really just hurt them a lot. That false start, for instance, they would have gotten the 1st down to Robinson, but that false start was a problem, and it backed them up further. Here's the punt on 4th and 6, and O'Donnell knocks it down, a beauty from considering where they are. It bounces at the 40, and the return man brings it up to the 42-yard line. Again, good field position for the Steelers as they get it for their 2nd possession of the game. We will be back after commercial for more Monday Night Football. The Steelers lead 7-0. Alrighty, folks, we are back after the commercial. 7:37 to go in regulation in this first quarter. 2nd and 10 here for the Steelers. They have it up at the 42-yard line. And here is a run, and it is close to the first down.
That was just inches short. That was just a quick shovel pass straight up the middle, and good play, being creative on 2nd down. Very, very close to the first down.
Here's the run, 3rd and 1, and they get it just barely, and the Bears make the tackle after the 1-yard gain. It'll be 1st down Steelers, and the Bears defense continues to struggle against this run game. Najee Harris doing well tonight. He's already got, let's see, he's got 28 yards already tonight. 60 total yards for this offense. Harris in the backfield. 1st and 10 Steelers, 6:15 to go in the first quarter. Here is the handoff. Oh, no, they fake. And Roethlisberger sacked as he tried play action. Taken down by Bilal Nichols, along with, or no, it was Robert Quinn. It was Robert Quinn, a 5-yard sack. And the Bears defense with their first statement tonight.
Robert Quinn, he has been outstanding this season. He's gotten, I think he has the most sacks. Well,
not the most sacks. He does not have the most sacks. But he has been very well established as a defensive player. He's made himself well known in this game, or in this season. Here we go, 2nd and 15. They hand it off, and it's about a 2-yard run for Harris. So that'll bring it down 3rd down and long. 3rd and 13 coming up. The Bears. This is the first 3rd down, I think, or the first 3rd and long for the Steelers in this game tonight.
Well, the Bears have been playing better on defense than they did starting out the game. And that's what they have to do. They have to play good defense to win this game.
Here we go. 3rd down and 13, 4:54 to go. Roethlisberger under center, 3 receivers bunched up to the right. He's got 1 to the left. Harris. Now Roethlisberger stands in the gun with Harris to his left. They have the ball just shy of the 50. Here he goes. Roethlisberger throwing over the middle and incomplete. Good coverage by the Bears. Shelley had coverage on the receiver, Washington, whom Roethlisberger was looking for on that play. And the Steelers are going to have to punt for the first time tonight. And the Bears defense comes up and makes a statement, especially with that sack by Robert Quinn.
If there is something that's going to keep the Bears alive in this game, it's probably going to be because of the defense.
The front seven. The front seven made a good statement, and they got to Roethlisberger on that play-action attempt. Here is the punt, and it is taken by Grant, I believe. Grant made the fair catch, and that will be 1st down for the Bears inside their own 20. And we will be right back after commercial. Well, we are back, and the Bears made their first stop of the night, and we are nearing the second quarter with 4.5 minutes to go here in the first. Here, Fields hands off to Montgomery on first down. Montgomery breaking free to the left. Montgomery continuing to go up to about the 30-yard line. Big run by David Montgomery for 21 yards.
That time, that's what we see here is really what David Montgomery is. It's who he is. He's really been able to find the right holes and push straight forward to get more than enough to get the first down.
What he's really been good at in his career is being able to break free once he gets through the middle. If you're not careful and your front seven doesn't stop him, he can break free through the middle and make some big plays. Here we go for a first down run, and he picks up 2 yards. So Bill Lazor is the Bears' offensive coordinator, and he's been doing a good job with this offense, but they've struggled as of late, and they really just need some more creativity. So we'll see if Bill Lazor can help this offense to work a little better, because they really just need to keep from going 3 and out, and need to keep extending drives. Here we go. In the gun is Fields, standing on the 30. He is under pressure through running up the middle, and he's already got some yards. He's got 5 yards, and he's running close to the first down on 2nd and 8. And I think he got the first down. That was a great effort by Fields, and that was really quick running right up the middle. As soon as he saw the blitz coming, the edge rushers, they just came around the edge, and he was able to recognize that and just take off and get a first down.
One of the gifts that he has is being able to shake off tackles and being able to get the first down, just like what we saw. That's what he needs to be doing more of.
Here we go, 1st and 10. They're moving the ball now. They have the ball at the 43-yard line. Fields under pressure again, able to spin out of the sack, and he is then taken down from behind by TJ Watt for a 2-yard loss. So that counts as TJ Watt's first sack of the night. And Fields, he's showing what he can do, spinning out of tackles, but he wasn't able to do it twice. Just too much pressure, not enough help from the offensive line.
Like you said, he shook it off once, but he wasn't able to shake off TJ Watt. He is just an amazing guy.
He's been incredible this year.
He's gotten so many sacks.
Incredible.
He is amazing.
The Bears already have more rushing yards than the Steelers, 43 rushing yards tonight. Fields throwing, and it is thrown on the right side and hit at the line and picked off. It is picked off by the Steelers. Casey Hayward made the pick. It was tipped at the line. We saw a similar play from the Ravens yesterday when they played the Vikings. And that is an incredible play made by Casey Hayward, and they've got their first takeaway of the night, and that is going to hurt them big time.
Yeah, that is just the play. The things that hurt the Bears is when the ball gets batted down and there's interception, turnovers, kill. That's just the line for this play.
I don't know how he caught that. It hit his hands and it just ended up in his arms somehow. A great play by Hayward on that play.
It's really disappointing as a Bears fan to see them move the ball and then all of a sudden throw an interception. That's just a disgrace.
Here we go, Roethlisberger in the gun. Ball at the 36-yard line, hands it off to Harris. Harris getting to the left side, outside the left hash, and he is taken down after a gain of about 6 or 7 yards. Good run by Harris on first down.
Harris able to find the wide open spots and just able to push forward for a good gain.
The Bears defense has struggled against the run. We'll see if they can maybe shut them down, as they were able to stop the pass on the last drive. We'll see how they do against the run. I have a feeling that the Steelers are going to run the ball a little more on this drive. 2nd and 3. Roethlisberger lines up under center in motion. To the right is their tight end, or from the right is their tight end, and to the right goes Washington. In the backfield is Harris. They hand it off to Harris. Harris trying to bounce across the middle, and he gets a couple yards. So that'll bring up 3rd and 1, just short of the first down.
what the Steelers are doing is trying to wear down the defense, so then later on in the game it'll pay off. And sometimes that's what you gotta do. Is just you don't get the big plays, but sometimes you do. But when you don't get the big plays, just keep going with the solid plays.
And here is a big play by the Bears defense. They stop him short of the line to gain. And that is 4th and 1 coming up. We'll see what the Steelers decide to do. They will probably go for 3, knowing Mike Tomlin. I know Mike Tomlin might be thinking about this, but he is also smart in these situations. It looks like they're keeping the offense out there. And it's not a bad call here. They are 2 for 9 on converting 4th down this season, however. So they're not great at it. This Bears defensive line did a great job stopping the run, and they almost stop them there, but they get the first down. They get the first down on the play, and they will extend the drive. And that will take us to the end of the first quarter, and the Steelers in good control here in the first half. 7-0 Steelers. They're moving the ball, in position to score. We'll be right back after commercial. Welcome back, everybody, to Monday Night Football on Chicago Philly Football Talk. And we are ready for the second quarter of this first half. Here's Roethlisberger, hands it off to the running back, who goes up the left side for about a 5-yard gain up to the 20-yard line. And the Steelers are now officially in the red zone. And here we go with a penalty flag. We'll see what this is about.
I think it's counting.
It is an unnecessary roughness penalty on Blackson. And so we'll see what happens. Snell had the carry for 5. It is offsetting penalties. Okay. So it was unnecessary roughness. So it offsets. Blackson was the offender for the Bears, and then there was also some unnecessary roughness from that linebacker. So it'll be offsetting, and the Steelers have it 2nd and 5 at the 20-yard line. So another red zone, or they're almost into the red zone, just outside the 20. In the gun is Roethlisberger, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. He throws. Deontay Johnson makes the catch inside the 10, and that is 1st and goal Steelers. And they are in business to score yet another touchdown in this first half.
That time, that was just good coverage, but not able to bat the ball down.
That was a spectacular catch by Deontay Johnson. Here's a throw. Chase Claypool up to the 4-yard line, and he is tackled down. And the Bears stop him. There's a flag on the play. And let's see what this is about. It is too many men on the field. That will be against Chicago. And it is stupid penalties like that that really just hurt your team. Too many men on the field. So that should be, I think, half the distance to the goal. If I'm not mistaken. So it's 1st and goal either way. Matt Nagy not happy with these penalties. 7-0 Steelers. 13:48 to go in the first half. Here they line up at the 4-yard line, or just outside the 4. Roethlisberger in the gun, Harris to his right. He's got 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. He pump fakes, throws, incomplete. And it was off of the back of the defender, Vildor, on the coverage. And that was good coverage, good clean coverage by the Bears.
That was very tight. That might be that was not passing interference, but it looked like the Pittsburgh Steelers player was trying to get a call.
Claypool wanted the flag, but he wouldn't get it. That looked pretty clean. 2nd and goal, 13:33 to go in regulation in this first half. So here we go, 2nd and goal, and some adjustment here. They bunch up into a smaller setup here. Roethlisberger still looking in the pocket, throwing out of the back of the end zone, and it'll be 3rd and goal. Nobody was open, and the Bears defense improving their play here in what they call the gold zone. They have a good gold zone defense. We'll see if it'll stand here on 3rd and goal.
That was a wise play by Roethlisberger, throwing it away, not taking a sack, not losing any yards, but just throwing it away and setting up 3rd and goal at the 4.
Roethlisberger waving his hands down and requesting the fans to quiet down. He has 2 receivers left, 3 to the right, and he calls for a timeout. So the Steelers are on a 3-game winning streak. They've just found ways to win games, not pretty. They haven't always won in a pretty fashion, but they have been getting it together here after a rough start. They started out 1-3. Bears had a rough start as well, and then they were 3-2. Things looked pretty good for them, but they've still failed to crack 30 points in a single game. They're the team with some of the lowest points. They are one of the few teams that have failed to crack 30 points. If I'm not mistaken, they might be the only team that hasn't cracked 30 points. But I'd have to look up that stat, but I know that they do not average a lot of points per game. Here we go. 3rd and goal. Roethlisberger standing back behind the 10. Pump fake. Under pressure, throwing left side. Complete touchdown for the Steelers. Fiermuth made the catch, and that gives them a 13-0 lead. And the Bears defense could not come up with a a stop here on third down. 13-0 Pittsburgh.
That play was a wise decision. That pump fake really sold the play, and he turned, found his receiver, and wide open coverage.
That was a great route he ran, and the Bears secondary not prepared for that. It was a good thing that the Steelers took a timeout, and they are up 13-0. Here's the extra point, and it is up and good. So it is 14-0. And the Steelers having a great first half. They have 47 passing yards, 46 rushing yards. Meanwhile, the Bears only 8 passing yards, 44 rushing yards. Not bad when it comes to the rushing game, but definitely a big difference when it comes to total offense. We'll be right back after this. And we are back, and the Bears are taking the kickoff after that Steelers score. Steelers lead 14-0. Here is Grant getting to the outside to the 20. He dives up to the 25, and that is where they will spot the ball. And the Bears really need something here. Only 8 passing yards total tonight. 44 rushing yards, not doing too badly in the run game, but still, they need something. You got to be able to pass to win football games, and that's what the Steelers have been doing, and they've been definitely mixing and balancing their offense and what they do on offense in the run and pass game, but they've been doing well here, taking advantage of this weak Bears defense. Here is the handoff to Khalil Herbert, who gets maybe half a yard, not much there.
Khalil Herbert has been a star for how much he's been playing and for how he's been playing for the Bears. He's been outstanding for how many games he's been doing.
He played 4 seasons at Kansas, and then he had his graduate season at Virginia Tech. So he's quite the player. He's very talented, as we've seen over the last few games. He's quite a good player on the run game. Here is a throw over the middle looking for Goodwin, and he's unable to make the catch. Good coverage over the middle, and it'll bring up 3rd and 9.
That play, it was a good read, but just not able to come away with the catch.
The Steelers defense had good coverage on that play. He was coming over on a crossing route, and the Fields didn't put that ball quite where it needed to be. And Minka Fitzpatrick had a great sense of where he was coming in case he made the catch. Even if he'd made the catch, that would have been quite a hard hit. If he grabbed onto the ball, even if the ball had been put right in the right spot, he might have jarred it loose with that type of hit. Here's Fields under pressure, rolling out to his right. He's looking to keep it, and he's not going to get to the first down as he's hit out of bounds on a nice hard hit from Minka Fitzpatrick. A shoulder hit that knocks him out of bounds. It'll be 4th down and about 3.5 yards to go to get the first down. That was just an incredible play by Minka Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, that was a very hard hit. And Fields, he's been getting a lot of hard hits on him. But that's what really happens when you're a running quarterback.
Bears sideline wasn't happy, but that was a totally legal hit. Here's the punt by Pat O'Donnell. It is knocked downfield, a beauty. Taken inside the 20 at about the 15, dancing around as the return man. He gets back around inside his own 15, and the Bears bring him down at about the 17-yard line. Great play by their defense on special teams. Houston Carson made the tackle, so that counts as a net gain of 3 yards on the return, considering where he made the catch and tried to return. A good play on special teams by the Bears.
Yeah, that time he returned it, but wasn't able to get many yards out of that.
Yeah, so Fields still only 8 passing yards total in this game. It's not a good stat for him, and he's got to be able to find guys open, and the Bears receivers need to get open. This offense is just not clicking, and they are doing what they've been doing for the last 3 games, and that is failing to put points on the board. 11:49 to go here in this second quarter. Roethlisberger on play action screens it to Claypool, who gets taken down for maybe a half-yard loss. He might have gotten back to the line, but great play by the defense. Robert Quinn and Jalen Johnson on the tackle.
Yeah, that was just clean defense. Roethlisberger finding someone open, but that time there was nowhere for Claypool to go.
Yeah, just it was great read by the defense, and that brings up 2nd and 10. No loss, no gain, and Roethlisberger lines up in the gun. 2 receivers to the right. 3 receivers to the right. They hand it off to Harris. Harris going up the middle, and he gains about 7 yards or 8 yards on the play. And there's a flag down on the field. We'll see what this is about. And let's see what this is about. 11 minutes left. Holding on the offense is the call. That is a huge penalty right there, because that is half the distance to the goal subtracted from their field position.
Yeah, and another play where the Bears defense failed, but yet it was the Steelers who had to make themselves go back, and it wasn't the defense.
Well, the reason that play worked and he got 8 yards was because of the holding penalty. So now they're back inside the 10 at the 9-yard line. Here they hand it off to Harris. He goes up the middle, and he only gets about 4 yards on the carry. 3rd down coming up, and it'll be 3rd and long. So the Bears are once again putting the Steelers' offense into a tough situation. The problem for the Bears is not the defense right now. The problem is the fact that they don't have any points on the board.
Yeah, that's what they have failed to do this season. And like you said before, they are one of the last in the league to have the most points.
In average points.
In average points, yeah.
Here we go. Roethlisberger calling audibles here. He lines up his guys. He's got 2 receivers left, 3 to the right. He's looking, completes it to Freiermuth, and he gets a few yards, a nice maybe 7-yard gain, and tackled by Shelley, and that'll be 4th down coming up. Bears defense comes up with a stop, and The Bears are gonna get the ball back, but will their offense be able to put any points on the board? We'll see.
And there are only 9 minutes and 31 seconds left to go, so there's
still plenty of time.
So can the Bears really come away with points? Is the question.
Anything could happen in this league, as we've seen yesterday with the crazy scores and crazy outcomes from yesterday. Here's the punt. It's not a great one, and it is out of bounds at about the 45. Outside the Bears 45. They've got it close to midfield, and if the Bears don't come away with points, that is a huge problem for them, because this is a great opportunity. Justin Fields and the offense coming back out onto the field after this. All right, folks, we are back, and that was a bad punt by the Steelers, and they're in the Bears are in good position to get into field goal range at least. Here is a wheel route by Fields, who throws it to Kmet for a first down, their first big gain of the day. He got it to Cole Kmet, and that was a great completion, great read. He had it was play action. He wheeled around to the left, rolled to his left, and had it perfectly thrown, perfectly fit in there for Cole Kmet, and they're already in field goal range after one play. 25, they're close to the 25-yard line, and here is a 2-yard run by Khalil Herbert getting up to the 25. So they've got a quarter of a field to go before they can get their first touchdown. They are already in field goal range, so the Bears are at least showing some progress. They now have 33 passing yards, or excuse me, 22 passing yards.
You know what I really want to see from the Bears right now on this next play is the same play that we saw last time, and to convert the play just like they did last time and get a touchdown.
Mooney in motion. And Fields is sacked for a huge loss by T.J. Watt. Huge sack. That's 11 yards taken away from the Bears. You were saying, Nathan?
I think that there was movement.
T.J. Watt making a big play. He just came around, and Fields got tripped up, and that is 16 yards that T.J. Watt has taken away. I'm not sure. No, not 16. That's about 13 yards he's taken away from the Bears already tonight. That is a huge play right there. And they are at about the 36. Here's Fields in the gun. Back around, rolling to his right. He's pressured. He is he got it out. He's throwing. He's got it to Grant, and Grant with a good gain. I thought he kept it and just stepped out of bounds, but he got it out to Grant Sr., who got a great gain, and it's 4th down and short. And we'll see what this flag is about. There's a flag on the field. It is ineligible receiver downfield. That is a 5-yard penalty, and that's going to be coming back. And Mustipher is the penalized Bears player on that play, and that is he does not look like he is very happy with himself, as that is a huge play taken away from the Bears right there. 7:10 to go in regulation. They will have to replay 3rd down, and we'll see what they can muster up here. 3rd and 23, and they've got to be able to get at least in field goal range, because they're now at the 40-yard line. Here's Fields standing on the Steelers logo, throwing over the middle, and it is overthrown, and they are now forced to punt here on 4th and 23. As they are at the 40-yard line. It would be about a 57-yarder, I think. It's definitely possible, but I don't think they're going to try to go for this here. Definitely a little bit too risky to try for these points. It's probably safer to punt here. 6:50 to go, and Fields just overthrew him. He overthrew him, and he wasn't very wide open either. The coverage wasn't that great either. Here's Pat O'Donnell to punt. He punts it to the right side of the field on an angle, and it is fair cut inside the 10-yard line. So the Steelers once again have the ball. Bears, no points. And the Steelers offense comes back out onto the field. We'll be right back after this. And we are back, folks. It is Monday Night Football. Steelers and Bears. And the Steelers lead 14-0 here in the second quarter with 6:44 to go in this first half. 1st and 10 from the 9 for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Here is a carry by Derek Watt, the fullback, who gets a couple of yards.
And that play, that was just defense. Not the offense wasn't doing outstanding, and the offense has been doing great so far. And the Bears' defense is really what the Bears have to rely on right now for the game. Because unless the Bears' offense does something, they're going nowhere.
Here is Najee Harris on the pitch. He gets about 5 yards as he gets about 2 yards shy of the first down. That'll bring up 3rd and manageable for the Steelers. 6 minutes left to go. Bears defense has stopped the Pittsburgh Steelers twice. The Bears have yet to score any points on offense. Their offense has been struggling, to say the least. It is an understatement to say that they've been struggling. Fields with 1 interception and only 22 passing yards. In motion is Freiermuth. Here is Roethlisberger in the gun. Harris to his left. He takes the snap, standing on the 10, throws right side, complete to Freiermuth, who is short of the first down. Big play made by the Bears defense, and they are starting to just play consistently here. They were struggling earlier, but that was a great play made by that cornerback, and they just to Sean Gibson on the tackle. Just a great play, recognizing what was going to happen. 4th and 1. It's more like fourth and 1/2 yards to go. They punt it, and it is bouncing close to the 35-yard line, and we got some pushing and shoving here. No flags though. The ball bounced around the 35-yard line, so a much better punt for the Pittsburgh Steelers punter, Harvin. Next Monday night, it is going to be the Rams and 49ers, a divisional game for the NFC West, and that should be an interesting one. Niners are really struggling as they have dropped 5 straight games. They are in trouble. They are in some real trouble. Right, I think it's at least 5. It might be 6 now. I think they... Yeah, oh, that's right. They did beat the Bears last week. So they're 3-5. Here's a nice run by David Montgomery. He gets a nice carry on that play, and they are close to the first down. Going back to that play on the punt, it was strange as to what happened there. There was some pushing and shoving there. They tried to pull. Looks like what happened was the ball was rolling and bouncing, and they tried to pull Grant Sr. to where the ball would touch him, and they would end up getting the ball because it touched him, but they whistled it dead. Here's a carry, and it is Montgomery who gets about a yard on 2nd and 2, and the Pittsburgh Steelers defense just meets him there at the line and pulls him down. Great play by that front 7.
Yeah, that time there was a lot of defensive players around, and there wasn't much of a hole there for the running back, and that was just great play by the defense.
We have an injury on the field. Buggs is he was slow to get up, and now he's back down on one knee. Not looking good. Isaiah Buggs, 6th round pick from 2019, former Alabama defensive player, and he does not look comfortable right now. 3rd and 1 coming up for the Bears. We'll see if they can convert here and continue the drive, as they really need points. Buggs is going into the blue tent. 3 minutes and 40 seconds now to go in this first half. We will be saying farewell after that, as this is only first half coverage. Here is a handoff, and I don't know if they got it. We'll see what happens. It looks like they might be just a tad short. They might be just a bit short there. They are marking them short, and that'll be 4th down and inches. And let's see what happened. They gave it to Montgomery, and it looks like he got really close. That is very close right there. 4th and 1. No doubt the Bears are going for it. Fields under center. And they get the Steelers to jump. That is Cam Hayward, who jumped forward. The same player who got the interception earlier. The same player that I called Casey accidentally. And I believe it is on Hayward. Yes, it is neutral zone infraction, Cam Hayward. So that is an automatic first down for the Bears. And they are closer to midfield. Looks like they got 2 guys to jump on that play.
Yeah, that's really what kills your defense and gives the offense more yards. And that was 4th down, so that is a big
mistake right there. And what you can't do is let that sit in your head, because that can discourage a defensive player. He's Fields rolling out to the left, and he picks up 7. Good run by Fields, and they are nearing field goal range. They are at the 43-yard line. 2nd down and 3 coming up. 2:33. The clock is not their friend right now, and neither is the scoreboard. Fields was in the pocket, and he didn't like what he saw there, so he decided just to roll out. He had some pressure around him. That offensive line has just been struggling all year this year. Here, Montgomery takes the snap, keeps it, runs to the right side, and picks up about 2.5 yards. So that'll be 3rd down and manageable.
Yeah, not many yards on that play, but still, you gotta keep with the run, because right now, they have more rushing yards than the Steelers, because they have 70 yards rushing, and the Steelers don't even have, they have like 15 yards short of what the Bears have. And actually 25 yards short of what the Bears have.
No, it's 15. They are 15 yards behind the Bears in rushing, so the Bears definitely using the running game more. We'll be right back. It's a 2-minute warning. We will be back after this. Alright, we are back after the 2-minute warning. The Pittsburgh Steelers lead 14-0. The Bears have really struggled today on offense. Justin Fields with 23 net passing yards, and it's not looking great. for him tonight statistically. However, they are in position to put up possibly some points tonight before the first half ends. And here is a rush on the right side on 3rd and 2. Looks like they might have the first down. And we'll see where they spot it. They're very close. They are marking them short. Just short. That is inches we were talking. Inches. We're talking centimeters, folks. 4th and inches coming up. And I think that was... well, that was the play before where Montgomery took the snap himself and he got close. And let's see where they measure this here. And they've got the first down. They're going to give it to them. They got the first down. 1:45 to go. Inside the 2-minute warning, folks, and we are drawing near halftime, and the Bears have yet to put up any points. Can they change that right here? We shall see as they are nearing field goal range. The Steelers will receive the second half kickoff, and that is not good news for this Bears team. Their defense has been playing decently well. This offense cannot afford to allow this team to get too far behind. Here is a throw from Fields over the middle, complete. He got it to Cole Kmet, and that is a great read by Fields, zipping it right to him. Here we go. Fields back to throw, throwing over the middle again to Kmet, and he's got him at the 10. Cole Kmet with the catch on 2nd and 2. 2 catches, and now they're in the hurry-up offense already as we have 57 seconds to go. I think someone called a timeout. I think the Bears called a timeout. And Fields already has 52 passing yards on just those 2 plays. That is a great read. Cole Kmet, great job getting open, and a power throw by Fields, just zipping it right to him. Kmet took a hard hit in the back. But he is a tough guy. He's a tall guy. And 2 great plays by Kmet. An 8-yard catch and then a nice catch there to set up 1st and goal at the 10.
And now look at who has the more yards now. We have the Bears leading in yards by 10. Mainly by 16, right? Mainly by,
well, they're leading in yards. They lead by about 14 yards in total offense, but that's mainly because of the running game. Here is Fields, hands it off. Montgomery pushing forward to the 7 for about 3 yards.
Yeah, strong runs. You got to keep doing that. Wear down the defense and score a touchdown. That's what I'm looking for.
2nd down and goal. Fields. Looks like they're calling for another timeout. So that's the Bears' 2nd timeout of the game. And we'll see what they dial up here.
There's still 28 seconds.
Yeah, 28 seconds. They can still run it because they got one more timeout. And if they complete it short of the end zone or run it short of the end zone, we can still use that timeout and then try to just throw in the end zone. But they cannot turn over the ball here. They got to come away with points. And preferably not a field goal, because really a field goal is quite simply put, it's well short of what the Bears need. The Bears need a touchdown on this drive. Here we go. Fields lines them up. 2nd and goal. 28 seconds. Play clock at 17 at the 7-yard line. Fields stomps his foot. Takes the snap. He's back. Throws right side. And it is incomplete. It was nearly caught by Jimmy Graham. And that'll bring up 3rd and goal. Joe Hayden on good coverage. And that'll be 23 seconds to go in this first half. That was a good throw by Fields. It was a little high, but Graham almost came down with it. Man, that was close. Man, that was really, really close. Good job by Fields putting it high so that it wasn't so it wasn't a dangerous pass. However, was a little hard to catch. Here's Fields on 3rd and goal, rolling out to his left, throwing left side, and incomplete. There's a flag on the play. He was looking for Graham again, and it was high, but we will see. The coverage was also very good. The flag on the field. We'll see about this. This could hurt the Bears. It's a false start, so they will get to replay 3rd down, but it backs them up 5 yards. I don't know which you'd rather have. I think this false start is actually good for them because it gives them another shot at it, because they really had a few options there on that 3rd and goal play. Backing them up to the 12-yard line. Fields in the gun. He's back, throwing left side, incomplete. Good coverage made. Not much there. And Graham was the target at once again. 4th and goal coming up. 19 seconds to go, and they got to come away with points. So Cairo Santos will attempt a field goal. And disappointing outcome, but at least they get some points here if Santos can put it through the uprights.
Yeah, but they need to come away with touchdowns, and it's what they failed to do in the whole half. They had the whole half to come away with a touchdown, and nothing.
Their offense is really struggling. Here Santos puts it up, and it is in. So it is 14-3. And the Bears struggling greatly, despite the fact that they had a good drive, still struggling very greatly to get in the end zone. We'll see what happens in the second half. 15 seconds left remaining. Looks, by the way things are going, because the Steelers get it to start the second half, I would not be surprised if they just decide to take a knee or run the ball. But the Bears came away with points, so that is a plus, but it wasn't 6 points. So they definitely need to improve the way things are going here. They need some sort of spark. They need some sort of rhythm, and they can't do that if they're not continuing to come up with creative plays. They need to have Fields needs to be able to stay calm in the pocket and to find guys open and make those quick throws. He had some nice passes to Komet. Hopefully we'll see some more passes, as he's been good throwing over the middle, but he needs to be able to connect with guys on the outside, and it'll be an ongoing struggle, as he is a rookie quarterback and they are continuing to develop him. So we'll see what happens.
Well, the Bears have struggled greatly, like you said, but letting Fields have an opportunity to play and let him learn, that's what the Bears are doing. It's not just them trying to keep Fields in to see if he can just come up and just all of a sudden be this great quarterback. He's still learning. He's a rookie, and we got to see some more great plays from Fields, like we saw ending the first half.
You've got to be able to throw the ball to win football games. That's it, folks. The Steelers kneel to drain the clock to head to halftime. We will see you guys later. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this presentation of the first half of Monday Night Football here on November 8th, and hopefully the Bears come away with a win on some sort of miraculous comeback with a spark in the second half. It wouldn't be too miraculous. I mean, they're only down by 11 points, and their defense is playing well, but they need some sort of miraculous spark here, folks. Hopefully you've enjoyed this game and enjoy the rest of the game in the second half. Take care, folks, and have a great night.